Well, 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 have I got a present for you. I got the video of the Monkey Apprentice, also known as the Wizard, which I will probably refer to it as most of the rest of the video. I'm going to call it the Wizard because Monkey Apprentice is just too many freaking syllables. Anyways, let's get started. Where should you put a Monkey Apprentice? Kind of depends on what you're going to do with him. Normally where I would put a Monkey Apprentice is either somewhere in the middle like this, or if I was planning for something super crazy, or if I wasn't going to get a lightning monkey, I'd probably put him somewhere on a straight path. So for example, I might put him like right here or something like that, so we could shoot straight down this way and shoot straight down this way, and then if they came over here you could still shoot him. There's quite a bit to talk about the Monkey Apprentice, aka Wizard, because the combinations that you use can actually be kind of crazy or useful, so I'm going to do my best to try and explain those, but it's going to be a little hard, because I could make like 6 different combinations with the Wizard, or even more. I don't even know. I didn't really count or think about it. So I would probably put him either right here if I was not going to get a bunch of upgrades, or right over here if I was going to get a bunch of upgrades. Because the lightning is just so overpowered, it can pretty much shoot like anything on the entire map, while the other two are not so overpowered, but they are still good, but cannot shoot everything on the entire map. Those are kind of limited. So I'm going to just put them in the middle of the map because I am going to upgrade them all the way. Now, first of all, just a regular Monkey Apprentice is totally not worth the money. You can only pop 2 balloons per shot, which obviously 2 Dark Monkeys could do the exact same thing for less money. A lot less money. Like almost $200 less money. And they'd be a lot more accurate, and this guy would obviously miss quite a bit and all that because they're not seeking or anything like that. So they just pop 2 balloons per shot. Obviously not that good. Now, once you move up to this intense magic, this can be a lot more helpful. Not only does it increase the size of the bolt it shoots so it misses just a little bit less, it also pops a lot more balloons. And this is best for when you have like quite a few balloons in a row. Now, it can't just go through like 50 balloons at once, but it can go through quite a few, which can help quite a bit. And that's why I was talking about where would I put it? Would I put it down like a sort of straight line? Because those magic bolts shoot in a straight line, and that could get a lot more pops if you shoot them down a straight line instead of shooting just some random bolt that goes through this and only pops a couple balloons, which I guess I could give you an example of really fast. Intense magic will just send a green, and if you noticed, his magic bolts will shoot right through here and then shoot through there, and obviously wouldn't get as many pops as if there was like 15 balloons right in a row here and then he shot his magic bolt down this. So this is a pretty good upgrade. I mean, a Monkey Apprentice just like this, though, really is not really that helpful. But, I mean, I really want to talk about the right side upgrades, but I'm going to try and refrain from doing that so I can help you guys understand this, and then I'm going to go back and actually talk about the combos just a little bit later. And the lightning bolt. Now this is a really good upgrade, and they nerfed it like twice. I think lightning used to cost like $700 or something like that, $760 maybe, and then they increased it to $900. And then they're like, oh man, lightning's still way too good. Let's even nerf it more to $1,200. So it almost doubled in price. That's how good lightning is. And lightning is really darn good, because lightning, I say this $1,200, it's definitely worth it. If you're going to get a Monkey Apprentice, why not get this lightning bolt? I mean, $900 was worth it. What's the extra $300? Really not that much, because lightning bolt is pretty darn intense. Now, lightning bolt, the cool thing about lightning bolt is you could shoot a balloon right here, and automatically the lightning bolt's going to spread to like a bunch of balloons all around it. It can shoot pretty much anywhere on the entire map. Pretty much. Now, don't say it can shoot everyone on the map. It pretty much can. And it pretty much I don't think it can miss. I've never seen it miss. I mean, it's just pretty much automatic, so I think it's just like an automatic hit and never miss, unlike pretty much everything else which has the chance to miss. Almost everything else which has the chance to miss. Like snipers can't miss, I guess ice towers can't miss. You know, there's a couple of them that can't miss, but this guy, lightning, can never miss, which is a good upgrade. And the good thing about the Wizard is instead of just it shooting, you know, a magic bolt, and then when you upgrade it to lightning, it just shoots lightning, which is the way it was originally in BTD5. It actually adds the shots together, so now you can shoot both a magic bolt and a lightning bolt. and that's obviously pretty helpful. And they had to nerf him. They nerfed and buffed him, and they did so much crap to this wizard because they just couldn't get it right. And I think they got it right now. It's pretty good. He's reasonable, gets a good amount of popping power. He's not super expensive, and he has quite a few different shots, so I think he's definitely worth it, and definitely a reasonable tower that you would want to get. And it's on a timing mechanism, which means that a magic bolt doesn't shoot out, and then a lightning bolt shoots out at the exact same time every single time. I think the lightning bolt actually takes a little bit longer to shoot than the magic bolt and the fireball. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Like, if lightning bolt shot like as fast as a magic bolt, it would do a lot more damage than what it does now. And that's the way I think it used to be. They used to be basically on the same timing mechanism. The next one is the Summon Whirlwind, which I usually don't get this. And obviously, if you're going to be doing some regen farming, you pretty much need this Summon Whirlwind, but most people don't regen farm anymore. It's kind of lame, but you can do that on level like 31. If you do it right, you can do it on a bunch of levels. You can 31, 42, 69, a couple other ones I don't remember. I think you can do it on 62 as well. All the regen levels where they have anything above a zebra. Because zebras can pop into 2 balloons and then go back to zebras. And I don't think there's any lead regen, which would be cool to see unless you go to Apocalypse. So yeah, the Summon Whirlwind, I really wouldn't get it. I mean, it's kind of expensive, and you usually just don't really use it that much. It's a reasonable upgrade. I mean, I just don't really like it, because I don't like chance to be involved in my gameplay. I like it to be a for sure win. And when chance is involved, where it only sends back a certain number of balloons or something like that, I really don't like that. Now, for example, let's say I send like a bunch of these random balloons out. He could, in theory, only send back the really, every single time, red balloons and let like ceramics go by and stuff like that, which I do not like at all. I definitely like to make sure that I'm going to win.
Oh yeah, you pop those balloons, you dirty boy.
Shut up.
Oh yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, throw them.
Shut up. I'm making a video. Anyways, my roommate being mean and telling me not to pop the balloons, and
I couldn't play wall.
Shut up. I'm making a video. I'll talk to you later. The next one is Tempest Tornado, which pops or shoots back a lot more balloons instead of just a regular Summon Whirlwind. I don't know exactly how many balloons it does, but let's just say it does a lot more, and not just 4 times as much. It does a lot more than 4 times as much. I think it's something like 120 and something like 20, so it might be 6 times as much. So if you're gonna get Tempest Tornado, $8,000 for, or if you're gonna get the Summon Whirlwind, you might want to get Tempest Tornado, but it definitely depends on what you're doing and how you're doing it. Normally, I'd say just don't get these upgrades. They're really not worth it. That being said, one other thing about the Whirlwinds is that if you read right here, it says it removes the ice and the glue. So if you're going heavy glue gunners, which I usually do, and or ice, this is not one of the upgrades you want to get, because it's just going to knock the glue off and make them get unfrozen. So not a good thing. Not a good thing if you're dealing with a lot of those. It can be helpful though if you're using some sort of crazy strategy, but I just normally don't get it. It's kind of expensive and it's really not worth it. So yeah, that's Tempest Tornado, and obviously it can send back a bunch of balloons. It's pretty accurate as well, and it makes your lightning actually shoot faster. You actually shoot faster if you get this Tempest Tornado. So that's another interesting thing about him, is he doesn't just shoot tornadoes faster, he shoots everything faster. I think that's really all I need to talk about the Tempest Tornado guy. The other side though, which is the first one, is the Fireball, and this is very helpful early in the game, because if you get a Fireball for the first upgrade for the Monkey Apprentice, not only does he have his regular little blue shot, I don't know what it's called, non-intense magic shot, I don't know, plus the Fireball, you can get quite a bit of popping power out, because he actually has 2 shots for only $850. So yeah, he got quite a bit of popping power out of it, just those few balloons, you know, he did pretty good. And then you have Monkey Sense, which this is another one of those obvious upgrades. If you need more camo popping power, go ahead and get it. If you don't need more camo popping power, leave it alone. Boom, there you go. And that leads us to Dragon Breath, or Dragon's Breath, which costs $4,200. And if you get Dragon's Breath, plus you get Intense Magic, plus you get Lightning, now you have Intense Magic, it's 1, 2 for Lightning, 3 for the Firebolt, and 4 for this right here, Dragon's Breath. So he can have up to 4 attacks, all going at once, which is kind of crazy. No other towers can do that, really. And Dragon's Breath, is it good? I would argue not really, but you can use it in some daily challenges and certain things like that. It's kind of expensive, so to get 4,200 plus the other upgrades to get a Monkey Apprentice really good, it's kind of expensive. On the other hand, it's decent versus popping Moabs and decent versus popping balloons. So it's kind of an all-around tower that's decent. And you don't really have a lot of towers that are like all-around decent besides really expensive ones. So that can help. It's kind of up to you if you have a certain strategy where you're like, I just need a Monkey Apprentice with Dragon's Breath. I mean, go ahead and get it. This is also one of those things where they nerfed it a bunch. Dragon's Breath used to be the most powerful thing in the game by far. By far! It was like almost as powerful as a Plasma Monkey, and it was like 3 times as cheap. So obviously that was one of the best upgrades, and one of the things that everybody wanted to get was Dragon's Breath. And then when they nerfed it, everybody was like, oh crap, how do I beat Castle? So that caused quite a few problems. So Dragon's Breath, it's really accurate and has a little bit of Moab popping power. I wouldn't say it's a good Moab popping power. I would say it's a reasonable Moab popping power. And it's probably not going to pop this Moab, not even close, and that's because its range is kind of small. If you notice its range, it doesn't really upgrade too much. And did he pop it? No. He damaged it at the very end, which is reasonable, like I was saying. He could probably pop quite a few ceramics, though. Not really easily, but pretty well. And that's using lightning and the other upgrades as well. And usually you wouldn't just have this guy alone. So, I mean, yeah, he was decent for the ceramics, but once you get down to those other balloons, he's really not fantastic, especially because the lightning is usually the thing that does most of the popping power. And when you have balloons all really, really close together, the lightning doesn't seem to do as much damage. It usually likes to spread out. So if you have balloons that are all spread out through the entire map, lightning seems to do more damage than if you just have balloons like right next to each other. Lightning does not work as well. And if you can plainly see that if you play level 27, a lot of the times the lightning won't affect every single balloon right next to each other. It'll sometimes affect all of them, but sometimes it does not, especially when you get down to the red or even the blue balloons. The lightning will miss a lot or skip a bunch of balloons. So it doesn't like to attack balloons right next to each other. It likes when they're spaced out just a little bit more. And that also means that lightning can actually affect like a balloon all the way over here and a balloon all the way over here. So it has a huge range. And I just wanted to talk about lightning a little bit more because I kind of didn't really mention that. The next one is Summon Phoenix. And this is one of those upgrades where you usually just don't want to get it just because it's super expensive. It's really not worth it. I mean, the upgrade is kind of cool looking. You have this Phoenix that flies around and does damage. And it doesn't really last that long, but it can help versus like if you're having a really hard time beating Moabs or something like that, this can definitely help. I don't know if it increases the popping power of this guy. I heard that it does, but I don't know. I haven't tested it, so don't ask me. I'm not even going to tell you because I've been wrong before and then people yell at me, so I'm not even going to mention it. If you guys want to let me know in the comments, you can go ahead, but I do not know if this guy is by himself any stronger than a guy with just a regular fire mage. Now let's talk about the combos really fast, a little bit. Now, one of the best ways to use a Monkey Wizard is to put him like right here or something like that and just get 2 upgrades, the Intense Magic and the Fireball. And the reason that's good is because this probably won't pop all the balloons, but what he does is he shoots down straight lines more often than not, and he also has 2 shots that shoot reasonably fast. So he has an Explosion and a Magic Bolt. And the Magic Bolt is good because it shoots down straight lines, and then the Explosion is good because it does a lot of damage to balloons that are really close together. So that's a good combination to get. If you're going to get a Monkey Wizard, usually this is what you want to get first. And then after that, it's kind of your decision. Usually what people get is Lightning Bolt, but if you're going to get that, usually you just want to be like, okay, I know I'm going to get Lightning Bolt, I'm going to put a Monkey Wizard here anyways. And because of that, actually Intense Magic and Fireball will do not as much damage, but once you get Lightning Bolt, it'll do a lot more damage. So I hope that makes sense. If you're just planning on keeping a really low tier Monkey Wizard, just put them up here somewhere near like straight lines, or like even like, I don't know exactly where, but maybe like right here, and that'll shoot down here, and then if they walk around, if they come around here, you can shoot them over here as well. So that might be a good spot, is like right here as well. And then, like I was saying, if you're going to get the Lightning Bolt, you might want to put it right here, and the reason you do that is because the Lightning Bolt can affect pretty much balloons everywhere. And if you notice, like, I'm sending a ton of balloons out, and it popped all of them very easily, pretty much no problem. So he has 3 attacks right now, which that's usually what I'm going to do for my Monkey Wizard. I'm going to get the Firebolt first, and then the Magic Bolt, and then the Lightning Bolt. And then after that, if I feel like I need more Monkey Wizards, usually what I'll do is I'll just get the Monkey Sense just because it's only $300 and can help me a lot with camos. And I usually stop right there. That's my usual basis, is a 2/2 Monkey Wizard, sometimes a 1/1, sometimes even a 1/2. Every once in a while I get a 1/2, but usually pretty rarely. Usually I'm sticking with a 2/2 Monkey Wizard, and I think that is the best Monkey Wizard for you. Now I can see you using the Fire Mage, obviously, like I was saying before, just a little bit every once in a while, but meh, he's not the best. I guess that's really all I have to talk about the Monkey Wizard. If you have any suggestions or you think I missed something, you can put that down in the comments and I'll put it in the info. But I think I did a pretty good job on the Monkey Wizard. I don't think I messed up very much. If you want to put, also if you want to put in the comments down there how often he shoots, you can do that as well, but I really don't think it matters that much. I think if you understand how good the Monkey Wizard is and you understand when to use him, the numbers really don't matter. So have a really nice day, guys. You guys are awesome.